And let me now tell you about the ABC which you have learned in your kindergarten. But A stands for attitude. B in your professional career will stand for behavior. You would be hired for your skills, but you would be fired for your behavior. Let me tell you, I have seen many people, those who have experience of more than 1 decade, 2 decades, they join the organization, but they are asked to go in the very short span of time because they don't know how to handle the teamwork, which means behavior. So behavior is very, very important. I know by the brand of IM, you will get the recruitment in any of the organization very fast, but your growth in the journey of your life would all be dependent upon how you behave with your team. It is very easy to behave in a right way with your seniors, but very difficult to behave with your juniors. And teamwork is very, very difficult things to do. Let me just tell you. So A is attitude, B is behavior, and C is for change. You see, change is a very, very big subject. I will cover it a little later on this. And now I will switch over to my presentation. And before I put the presentation, let me just tell you a disclaimer that I will never bore you in this presentation, and I will take you through my journey of life, which is now close to around 4 decades. And I don't call it as a motivational seminar, I call it as an inspirational seminar because I can't motivate you. I can only inspire you to motivate yourself. You can take a horse to a water pond, but you can't make the horse drink. You will have to do it yourself. And let me tell you, you all are very, very fortunate. Your grandparents and your parents have gone through a phase of sacrifice and compromise. You have to fulfill their dreams because they have sacrificed and compromised for bringing you to this premium institute. And if you go and talk to them, they will tell that they have never had this kind of a luxuries what you are having at this point of time. So I'll start my presentation. And when I do the live presentation, I always start the presentation that today is my birthday. And after 10 seconds, I say that no, I did a prank. It is not my birthday. And I do a rebirth every day. You see, when we sleep in the night, we are almost half dead. And there are many people, those who sleep in the night and don't wake up. So we are all fortunate that we get a rebirth every day, and we should celebrate this rebirth all the 365 days in a year rather than celebrating your birthday only once in a year. So every day you live only for a day, and we should utilize this 24 hours. We should not do the procrastination that tomorrow would be the good thing, or 26-hour a day or 28 hours day. Today we are all at home and we can have better things to do what we can do at this point of time. So when I do a prank of saying that today is my birthday, so I give freedom to everyone to choose the I tell them that today is my birthday, so what you can do is you can take a gift car from my side, but the condition is that you will get only one car in throughout life. You can't have the second car. And if you know the driving, and then I ask that to whom you will give the remote control. Most of the people say that if I know the driving and if I get a car as a gift from you, then I'll drive myself because I will have to take care of the service, paint, tire pressure, oil, engine, everything I'll have to keep. Let me just tell you, God has given us this body to be driven on this earth for a very short span of time. And most of the time, we give remote of this to someone else. We go as per other people direction. We should not see what we have. We should see to it what we do with what we have. So one request to all of you is that please see to it that your body is a unique gift by God to be driven on this earth, and you have to take care of it. And if you ask another question from yourself every day in the morning, has the world seen the best of you? The answer would be no, because we do a procrastination that tomorrow I'll do the things, and we try to postponing the things, and that is why the things are not done in the right way. I know though the students to whom I am addressing are not in this category, but let me just tell you, little carelessness or little lethargy will then take you back to the square one at any point of time. You see, what is the difference between human beings and animals? In this universe, there are many animals, and we as a human being are living. You see, the difference between human being and animal is the ability to think. We as in human beings are ill-equipped and defenseless. We can't climb like a monkey. We can't swim like a fish. We can't fly like an eagle. We can't bite like a tiger. We don't have a stamina. So see to it that God has given us only one good thing, is that ability to think. And the kind of luxuries or the kind of environment what we are having today at this point of time is basically was thought by somebody else. And in the last 150 years, there are so many changes which have come. You see, aircraft was invented in 1914. Motor cars also came during that period only, and people prior to that was only using these donkeys or horses or this kind of a thing for the movement, and there was no electricity. Thomas Alva Edison in the late 18th century started the invented the electric bulb 130 years before. So these 150 years have been very, very changing time, and the last 20 years also have been very, very changeable timing for us. We have seen all these apps or all these things in the last 20 years. The technology in the last 20 years has given us the kind of thing. You see, now Google is helping us in moving out from one place to another place, where you don't require anyone to give tell us the address of any place. So you, by using the Google Maps, or even you want to have anything in the information, you can just type any word and Google can give you all the information. So I think the education at any point of time is not restricted. And as an human being, we can do karma. The kriya is being done by all animals also. So you should not only live the life as an animal. We should do some good deeds in this earth so that people believe us. Now I'll tell you, 14 years you have been to school, 6 years you will go to the college, 4 years you have already done, 2 years are the next 2 years which you will be going to the college. You have not seen failure at any point of time in your life. Let me tell you, failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is a part of success. You will fail number of times in your practical life. 8 out of 10 times you will fail, but you should not think that I am failing and what is wrong in me. This is a process which you will have to go in your life. You see, the Google CEO Sundar Pichai or the Oracle CEO Ellison was on the panel discussion, and someone asked as a panelist that what do you see in a person whom you give a salary more than 5 crores or 10 crores? Because both these persons' salary is more than 1,000 crores in Indian rupees per year, which is 3 crore a day, which at this point of time, we can't even imagine anybody getting more than 1,000 crores as a salary. That is Indian rupees, but in their currency, it comes to a little less. But they asked, both of them said that we only ask a question from a person who has already come to us through a panel by screening almost 7 to 8 interviews, and his CV matches with our kind of a thing. They says we only see to a person that how many time in life you have failed and how you have handled that failure. That skill they look at the person, because a smooth sea never made a skillful mariner. So you need a leaders. Somebody microphone is on. One request to all of you, as a decency, we all should keep our microphone on the mute model. In case if someone has accidentally opened it, again request, please mute it. So I know you will become leaders very fast. You will not be manager for a long time. There's a difference between manager and a leader. A manager is a person who manages, and nowadays people don't want to get managed. They only want to have a leadership, that wherever they are having some problem, they want a solution to it rather than passing on the buck to someone else. Then you see Benjamin Franklin said most of the people die at the age of 25, but they are buried at 75 or whichever year they die. The meaning is that people don't dream big. They always want to remain in a very, very comfort zone. And that should not be done. A boy who goes for a kindergarten school, and if he looks toward the roof and start dreaming something, the teacher says that why you are daydreaming. So from there, we are taught that you can't dream in the day and you can't think big. I think you should all think big, and because you are in this part of the age where the comforts are there, all facilities are there. You go and talk to your parents or grandparents, you will find that how many hardship they have gone through to bring you out to this level. So I think you should live up to their dreams, and every parent want to fulfill his or her dream through the children. So they have brought you to this level, and unless you think big, nothing will going to change. Let me tell you, only 3% of the people, those who are the leaders or those who are the inventions or those who lead the people. Otherwise, 97% of the people, those who are only followers. So one request to all of you is that dream big, think big. And unfortunately, our education system also has not been that good. That Britishers only wanted us to understand English, speak English, and follow their instruction. That is why in school we are only taught to just memorize and rewrite into the exam in the 3 hour session. And we are only supposed to give the answer in yes or no. We either pass or fail, win or lose. We are not taught how to handle failures. So in practical life, after 2 years, when you go into the professional life, or a few years later when you go into the married life, you will have to have handled many failures, and you will have to have handled many objections. You see, I'll give you one example of sales because I am in sales and marketing. If anyone tells you that your price is expensive, this is an objection, this is not a question. So you have to answer in that way, that I understand, go towards his side, buy some sympathy, tell I understand price is one of the important criteria in taking the decision. Let me just tell you about my quality after sales service and other features of our product. So you have not answered the question in yes or no. If you say yes, our price is expensive, he will ask for discount. If you say no, my price is not expensive, he will not agree, and he will say you don't know anything about the competition. So you will have to have analyze the things and then get the things done, and you will have to handle more number of failures. Don't try to analyze or judge when you become big. Always have the kind of a childish nature in your thing. You should be creative. You should always be asking some silly question, because a person who asks a silly question is a person who does some invention because he is thinking something irrational. And our mind actually works with the acceptance and non-acceptance. At this point of time during pandemic, we all are not accepting the things, but in the last 5 months we have all accepted that COVID or the corona is the kind of thing which has affected the entire world, including the US and most developed countries. There the problem is more severe than what we are facing today. So if the thing doesn't work the way we want, we get angry, and if we accept the things, we get tolerance. And I know the batch of this year is more tolerant than the people those who have passed a few years before, because they have not seen this kind of an hardship. And I am sure that in your life you will be more tolerant than the your seniors, those who have passed a few years before. You see, if you feel about the uncertainty that things, what will happen if you go for a driving, or if you go for swimming, if you go for a river rafting, if you go for mountaineering, or if you go for a bungee jumping, if you are certain, not certain about the things, you will always have a fear of death. But if you accept, then it becomes the adventure. So this point of time, you should think it that your acceptance and tolerance and will make you basically more stronger than anybody else in the earlier days and all. If someone else is having it, don't have jealousy. Always get an inspiration from the thing that if someone is having something extra, then let me work the way that how should I get the things so that I reach to that level, rather than having a jealousy. Because some people have got money, some people are born in different families. We can't choose the country where we are born, we can't choose the religion or the family where we are born. We can't have the height, our height is already fixed, our color of body is fixed, our features are already fixed. So we should not blame anyone that why I am not like this or why I was not born in some other things. There are many people, those who are born in very, very small family with limited means, but they have become big because of their own inspiration to become that. And if someone hurts you, like Gautam Buddha says, don't have hatred, only have the forgiveness. So these are certain things which I have told you regarding the acceptance and the non-acceptance of our mind, because our mind is working 24 hour a day, and it doesn't take any rest, including the time when we sleep. It goes for the dreaming. So we should all see to it what we accept and what we don't accept. If someone says you are a donkey, you don't accept it. Say, I'm not a donkey, you are talking to someone else. So I think you are wrongly named me, because my name is such and such, or you can name your things or not. So I always have an acceptance and non-acceptance in your mind. And the other thing is, don't compare yourself with anyone. You see, sun and moon, don't compare. For us, both of them look alike, but both of them come at their own time. Sun comes in the day, moon comes in the night. They don't compete, or they don't compare it with it. You see, the sunflower doesn't compare it with the rose, that why rose is more red or more pinkish and I am yellow. So see to it that don't compare with anyone. Don't compare the numbers. Don't compare the placement. Who has got placement in which company? You can rise to any level after you get the placement after 2 years. And after 10 years, you will see that you are far ahead of many people, those who got the placement in the companies where they have not learned. So it is not the brand of the company, it is your own brand, that how you grow in the things and all. You see, Edmund Hillary did the conquest of Mount Everest on the third attempt. Thomas Alva Edison invented the lamp after trying for 10,000 times. So they have never seen the failure as a part of it. They always have seen a failure as a process of. When I say think big, this is Dick Fosbury photograph of 1968 Mexico Olympics, where he did the high jump more than 7 feet 4.5 inches, and his height was only 6 feet 5 inches. How can a person jumps 1 feet more than his height? Is basically thinking big and thinking out of the box. He thought, he studied physics, that if you jump in the straight standard direction, then your knee is going to hit the bar, and that's why he opted to jump in the reverse direction. And this kind of a jump is called, till today, is called as Fosbury flop. And there are companies like Nokia and Kodak, those who didn't change themselves, and they are not having light kind of the market share at this point of time. Don't have fear. I say that 75% of the snakes are not poisonous, but people die because of the heart attack. Today you have opportunities like a foundation like Peter Thiel, from where Ritesh Agarwal kind of people also have come in. You see how things have changed in the technology. Is basically, you see Uber, Ola, Oyo Rooms, you see Zomato, you see Swiggy. How things have changed, how technology has changed. In the last 5-7 years, we have seen the smartphones. Earlier, we used to use the normal phones which are there, but technology has changed. In the last few years, you see the front camera has come, because people want to have their own selfies. So you have to think out of the box what people want and how you want to help those people, and then only you will get the right kind of a price or right kind of an invention. I did this one of the exercise in my own office, that if you want to lift the bricks with your one hand, how many bricks you can lift. In this picture, you see that you can lift only two without using the help of the second hand, without using the help of any other rope. But if you think irrationally, then you can place one brick there, the other two here, and you can lift even 5 or 7 if you're strong enough to lift the 7 bricks. So thinking out of the box is also very, very important. And I'm sure that the batch of IIMs, which are the cream in this country, you see, it's the people dream to get admission in IIT or IIM, and those who the rare breed, you are into the 0.001% of the population of the earth who has got admission into this kind of a premium institute in the country. 130 crores population, and there are, you see how many people get admission into the IIMs. So always think out of the box. Don't think that what people are talking about you. Don't have limited, don't think within the box about technical things, physical things, moral things, or legal things. You will be remain within the box. And there's another exercise, if you want to connect the dots without lifting the pen, all the 9 dots with the 4 straight line, then also you have to go out of the box. The first line out of the box is not that important, but if you see second line, if you remain within the box, you won't be able to connect the dots, all the 9 dots. That's why the second line has gone out of the box, and the third line also has gone out of the box. You can do this exercise when you are free. That if you ask anyone to connect all these 9 dots with 4 straight lines without lifting the pen, there are 90% of the people those who won't be doing it, because most of the people will remain within the box. They will not move out of the box. That's why I am saying you time and again that always think big, always dream big, always fail. The more number of times you will fail, the more experience you will have to handle the situation at any point of time. The person those who have not failed, they'll not be able to handle the situation when the situation arises. That's why I think more number of failures are more important for those people, those who are basically the good leaders. These are the two important alphabet. B stand for birth and D stand for death. Between this, the timeline is already defined. Let me tell you, between this, there is an important alphabet called as C. C stand for change. Changing the face can change nothing, but facing the change can change everything. As a leader, you will have to face the change. You will have to boldly come out as a leader that this is the situation, and you will have to tell them the truth that how we are going to handle. People don't resist change, they resist being changed. When I tell someone that you should go for a morning walk, or you should do the brush in the night, before after the dinner, before the you go to sleep, there are many people those who resist being changed, rather than preaching someone that yes, it is very easy to preach but very difficult to practice. So change is very, very difficult. So I request all of you that anything if you want to change, you will have to make a habit of doing the change. I earlier used to focus more on the attitude, but now I focus more on the habit, because the difference between a winner and a loser is only one thing, that winners make the habit of doing the things which losers don't want to do. And let me tell you, winners also don't want to do the things which losers don't want to do, but they do in spite of that. And they make a habit of either going to a morning walk or brushing the teeth in the night before they go for the sleep. You see, life is a journey. Nightingale said that somebody asked him what is the success. He said, progressive realization of a worthy goal is the meaning of a success. So journey should not be, there should not be shortcut that you take a helicopter and reach to the top of the mountain. You will have to move the way. You will have to cross that path yourself. And in life, Steve Jobs said, do what you like, but love what you do. So one request to all of you is that whatever you want, whatever, do what you like, but whatever you like, you love to do, then only you will be able to have the passion of doing the things which others have not done it. This is a 4D philosophy which I speak in most of the webinars, is that average ability and intelligence of a human being is almost same. The difference between those who are successful and those who are not successful is the 4Ds: the desire, direction, dedication, and discipline. You have to have a burning desire. You have to have a killing instinct within you to get the things done. Unless you have desire within you, your parents have done the duty of growing you up to the age of 20, 25, or whatever age you are at this point of time, because I don't know what is the exact age, and I don't ask the girls what is their age, because their age is always less than 20. So the desire has to come from within you. Direction is required. And I know that for you, the direction is not a problem, because you have got very good faculty to teach you which direction you should go. And the teachers, guru, parents are the people, those who can guide you. Your seniors can guide you. Your alumni can guide you in the right direction, that which way you should go. And the third thing is the dedication, that 90% of the barrier, most of the people, they break. But 10%, which is the difference between a winners and the losers, the leaders are only 5 to 10%, balance all are followers. So I want you to be in that 10%, that you should have a dedication of crossing that barrier of 90 and 100. You see, in a cricket match, the between 90 and 100, there's more of a nervousness that the batsman, they lose their wickets. So I think dedication is the person that's slow and steady, cross that barrier of that 90 to 100. Then only you will be making centuries in your life. You see, In the cricket, umpire can't give the century at 99. He can't give you discretionary 1 run. So if you are out at 99, you are out. But if you make that 100, that will be the things which makes you a dedication to have that century rather than getting out between 90 and 100. And the last thing is the discipline. Throughout your life, you will have to discipline. Discipline is not that if you get the things done if somebody is watching you. It should be from within you that the discipline should be there throughout your life rather than being disciplined in school and college, and when you go into the professional career you think that you have become a boss. You will have to show the discipline because the people those who are under you also would like to see you work there. This is one of my favorite stories, that there was a bookstall. Boy used to go to buy the books from that every Saturday, not every day, every Saturday. And the shopkeeper daughter was there to help father to do the gift wrapping. And this boy and the girl were having an affair, which the boy didn't have the guts to say the girl, and girl also was liking that boy because the boy was smart enough. So every Saturday he used to go and buy the book. He used to come to house. He never opened that book because his motive was to go and watch the girl, not buy the book. So after 52 weeks, after a year, when he went to the shop, he didn't see the girl. And for the next couple of weeks, he was not able to see the girl. And in the fourth week, he asked the father that where is the girl? And the father said that she has got married. And the boy got very frustrated, like Indian movie, Shah Rukh Khan coming to house and very, very angry. And he's starting tearing all the books. And when he unfold the first book, the outer cover, there was a yellow slip on the first page. Meet me in the park in the evening at 7 p.m. All 52 books had the same yellow slip. Why I have narrated you this story is that the opportunity was so close to him, and the girl also didn't have the guts to say that I love you. And the boy also bought the books but never opened. So opportunities in life is as close as the time given is not there. You see, your biscuit dipped in a uh, coffee or a tea doesn't wait for you. So opportunities don't wait for you. So sunrise and sunset are, they go it as per their time. So they don't wait for you to take the photograph. So I think you should not be dependent upon opportunity or luck. And when rain comes, there are few people those who enjoy rain. Balance all get wet. So opportunity also, 10% of the people they avail the opportunity. And Dale Carnegie, in my college days, I used to read the books of Dale Carnegie and How to Win Friends and Influence People. One of the good books. So I recommend Dale Carnegie books and Shiv Khera books. You Can Win and You Can Still Sell. These are the two authors which I started reading at the very early stage. And Dale Carnegie said about the luck. He said luck is nothing but meeting point of alertness of mind when the opportunity is passing by. So we all get time, we all get opportunities. So, but don't blame about luck and opportunities. You are lucky that you are into the very, very elite institute from where you will pass out and people will then respect you throughout your life. This is one of the old quotes we need to change. Like we are changing constitution by doing many amendments. Dr. Ambedkar in 1950 made the constitution, but there are many amendments into that. Practice makes only things permanent. It's the proper practice which makes a man perfect. In my initial address also I said that positive attitude does not guarantee you for any success. Positive attitude with proper action increases the probability of success. You will have to do the things in a proper way. You see, India has got a population of 130 crores. How many gold medals we get in the Olympics? Very few. So we have to do the things in a proper way rather than only doing the things, practicing the things which we have been doing. India is the youngest economy because 85% of the population is below the age of 35, sorry. And consumption-led economy is there because the youth is there. Youth is ready to change. You can change your mobile, you can change your laptop, you can change your vehicle any time. And after 2-3 years, we have the habit of changing the mobile or changing the laptop. Today, youth is more confident about taking any decision because they are grown up in the very, very technology kind of a thing, that they are confident that if and all they take a wrong decision, then they can do a course correction. And today the consumption also is good. Why I'm saying is that your grandparents and your parents have lived the life with very, very limited means. If you share some hard timings with them, then they will tell you that with very limited clothes or very limited resources, they have grown you up and they have saved the money for your education. So please make sure that their dreams are met at any point of time. There are a 3C philosophy also, that if you want to convince someone, you will have to convey the message either verbal or written or with the body language. But unless the connect is there, nothing will happen. So you have to you may have thousands of contacts in your Facebook, but if you require a blood in the hospital, you can only talk to the people with whom you have connect. So always have the right kind of a connect with the people, so that your as and when you require them, the relationship should be right kind of connect rather than the contact. And there's another 3C for success, that unfortunately in our schools we are not given any creative things. So in your practical life, in your 2 years of your MBA, which I know, you should spend more of a time in creating the activities rather than reading the books or the course study. Your that theoretical knowledge is not going to help you in your practical life, but your creative activities will basically help you in the life. And the other thing is the common sense. When you go for an interview, you will not be selected on the basis of the knowledge what you have, because your CV is there with the person. Those who are interviewing you, they all know. They are only going to see what is the common sense, how much is the enthusiasm, and how much is the integrity what you are having. Warren Buffett said that I look at only three things in a person. One is the common sense, the other is the enthusiasm, and third is the integrity. And if the third one is not there, the first two are of no use. And other thing is that communication, please don't speak fast English for communication. Indira Nooyi, she went to Yale University for doing her MBA, and there she failed in the first year in communication because she used to speak fast English. For English is a language, communication is a skill. You see, today our Prime Minister is a good communicator. He doesn't speak good English, but he communicates in the right language, and he gives the clear communication rather than giving a clever communication. So always see to it that don't try to speak fast. Give time to the other person to understand what you are trying to say. This is also one of my favorite slides. You are an MBA student, and your degree what you will get is Master of Business Administration. Actually, this word in my view has been copied from IAS, Indian Administrative Service. You are not going to become a police commissioner or a district commissioner or a police inspector. You can't give a lathi charge, you can't give the pandemic lockdown kind of a things. So the revised form of the MBA, in my view, should be Master of Business Adaptation. You will have to adapt yourself in the life in a big way. You see, Darwin's theory is there that it is not the strongest of the species that survive, not the most intelligent one. The species, those who survive today, are the species, those who are adapted to change. So your life is going to change, transform permanently after 2 years, from a student life to a professional life, from a professional life to a married life, for which you need skills to upskill yourself. And there is a law of personality that your looks are going to make a difference. Your body action, behavior, mannerism, etiquette, body language is going to make a difference. And the words what you speak, your vocabulary, sentence structure, reasoning, and simplicity is going to make a difference. You see, your height is already determined, your features are already there, your color is there. So don't look at all those things. Whatever you have, you should see it. What you do with what you have with at any point of time. And these are the last few slides, 3-4 slides. And after that, I'll keep the session open for the question answer. You see, your body growth has been there, but your mind growth you can do every day. And what actually I've learned from the pencil is that what actually important is lies within you. Your outer view is basically your education qualification, whether you have done BTech or BSc, CS, law, and you are now MBA. But unless what is within you comes out, will not be able to make an impact. Why I'm telling you is that why should you do an activity? Creativity should be there. That what is within you, unless when you go for an interview, and the meaning of an interview is what is inside you. Unless in that 10 minutes you are there to, you can make an impact, you will not be selected, you will be only rejected. No matter whether you are an IM, but the probability of selection there also is 50-50 or 10 out of 3 out of 10. Not all IMs get the right kind of the opening. But if you want to make an impact, see to it that what is within you comes out. And this is the sharpening of the axe, which you all know. And if at all you make a mistake, you have the option of a razor to change the things and all. Let me tell you, in the organization, after passing your MBA, you will get a salary which is close to almost every 10 to 15% is the difference, barring few people, those who get some high salary in some of the companies. There is no income gap. There is always a skill gap. And the people, those who acquire the skills, are the people, those who move fast into their academics or the career things, rather than the people, those who don't change themselves. Cows don't give milk, it has to be extracted. Same way, companies don't give salary. You have to have a skill gap between what you are today and what you are tomorrow and the things. These are all the apps what we are using for the last 20 years, whether it is WhatsApp, YouTube, Google, Facebook, Amazon. But let me tell you, China has alternative of all. One request to all of you is that when you grow, please make some technology which is Indian. Today, India IT people go abroad and work for the other companies, but the India technology development is not there. So you as a leader also should motivate the young engineers or young team to make certain technology which is of India. Japan is a very small country, but they have only one good three things: quality, human capital, and customer delight. So always believe in good quality, always believe in people, because in business school you will be taught B2B and B2C. There's nothing B2B and B2C in practical life. There is always P2P, people to people. You will have to handle more number of people. If you become a leader and you have to lead a team of 1,000 or 10,000 people, you need people skills rather than the any other skills which is required. And you should always work for toward the customer delight. Israel also is a very small country, but they are very good in this. These are the 4 new P's of marketing which I share with the MBA student, because the other 4 P's you all remember by heart. The purpose of the life should be there. Why you are working, why you have gone to the IM, what is your purpose of life? And the other thing is the passion. There is a difference between a job and a career. If you only look for a job, you will only work for 9 to 5. But if you have a passion, then only you can grow in the life. And the other thing is the people management. In school and college, we are not taught to do how to handle the people or collaborative approach or synergy. Make sure that when you go into the professional career, people are the most important. And the pride of an Indianness always should remain that Atmanirbhar Bharat, make in India, remain in India, all things should be there. You see, all these people always have values and principles, they have ethics. So never in your life go for a shortcut. If at all you get a chance to rise fast or do something illegal, please don't do. Always have ethics, values, and principle in your life. And when you grow, I know everyone is ambitious, want to grow very fast. Please see to it that the boy or the girl who wins the lemon and the spoon race is the person whose lemon is within the spoon. And the lemon here I am relating to is your physical life, work-life balance. That for your academic goals and the career, don't compromise on your work-life balance. Please see to it that your relationship, family, and health is the lemon which you have to take care of it, because if at all it falls, you will not be able to keep it again in the race. So for career and academics goal, please don't run fast. Always have a balance of life in the thing. And when you run alone, it is called as race, because you will become leaders. When team runs with you, it is called as grace. And there is no limitation to what can be accomplished if it doesn't matter who gets with the credit. So when you are working as a team, as a leaders, please make sure that you give the credit to someone else rather than taking credit to yourself. And this is my last slide, takeaways of today's webinar, that be a lifelong student. You see, your earning is directly proportional to your learning. Please spend 1 hour every day for your learning. Unless you increase your learning, your earning will remain static at any point of time. Follow your passion, do what you like and love what you do. Don't imitate, be yourself. You see, our all fingerprints are all, are all different. So we have been made by God as a unique creature. You see, Amitabh Bachchan is Amitabh Bachchan, Abhishek Bachchan can't become Abhishek Bachchan. Indira Gandhi was Indira Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi can't become Indira Gandhi. So never imitate anyone, never have one role model, always take all good things from anything, anybody, and be yourself. And when you grow, develop people around you. This is regarding teamwork. Why I do this kind of a seminar almost every day, so that the people, those who are young, should develop so that they become the future leaders, as I have become in the last growing in the 40 years, because it took me 40 years to reach to this position, but I want you to develop very fast and develop a team under you. Then only we will be the superpower in the next 10 to 20 years. And be a good storyteller. Stories sells, fact only tells. That's why I said, unless what is within you is going to come out. And when you try to narrate the things with your stories, people relate you. Otherwise, the facts and all are forgotten. I am on YouTube channel also. I have got my channel called as Anil Bhasin Talks, and I am on LinkedIn also. So those who want to get associated with me in the LinkedIn also can get at any point of time. I welcome everyone, and those who want to have some learnings from me a little later also, I welcome everyone, so that in case I can advise you, guide you at any point of time, I am open to that, for you. Now I leave the session open for the question answer, and you can start asking question. I have enough time for all of you, and I'll try to answer the questions to the best of my knowledge. Before that, let me just tell you about my story, that I am an ordinary BSc graduate with second division, 58% marks. In my school also, I got 58% marks. I did BSc where I got only 58% marks. I didn't become a doctor. I didn't become a veterinary doctor. I didn't become a pilot. My father wanted me to become a pilot. My mother wanted me to become an engineer or a doctor. I didn't rose to their dreams. So I started my sales career in year 1980, when I was only 20 years. And I got a sales job in Procter and Gamble at that point of time. Let me tell you, in first year, after 1 year, I left the job because there was no one to hold my hand, and everyone only gave me the visiting card and the door and told them, you go and sell. And we didn't have the right kind of skills. So every time I used to have a guilty conscience that I am not fit for sale. So I left the job, remained there in house for 3 months, and then again joined the sales and bounced back with my willpower. And from that is a history that I started the career as a sales officer, and I have risen to the level of a president with kind of a passion and determination, that if you have the willpower, and if you acquire the skills on a daily basis, and if you have a positive attitude, I think sky is the limit for all of you. But let me tell you, you all are fortunate that you're passed from you have got admission in one of the most reputed institution of the country, which every citizen of this country or every student of this country always have a dream to go to either IIT or to IIM. And I wish you all the best. And now I keep the session open for the Q&A.
Yeah, just feel free to ask questions, please, if you have any.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Good evening. This is Anil,
Evening.
and I am working with Delta Electronics India. So I had got this link from Rohit sir, Rohit Dwivedi, and they had requested, they had instructed we can join this session. So that is the reason I am here. I have some real challenges, real world challenges in my professional life. Like I have worked, I have total 12 year of experience, and almost all with the telecom only. And I am working with Delta from last 7 years. and the manager who had sent me here, these days there is a little bit conflict. So I came here. We in a MNC we are working in ASP model. That means there are some ASP partners, vendors, and when I came here and found that local partners are doing wrong things, they are taking unnecessary benefit of the company. Like in Northeast states, they are every day they are asking for demanding for much money, like in terms of the conveyance. So in between, I could not.
Anil, I think so. We can ask this question offline. You can have my number and offline. I think let's keep the session open for the students to ask the question. You have experience, so this special thing, I think so. You can discuss with me offline.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Right. I request PGP 20 batch students to pose any questions or any comment that you would like to share with Mr. Besson.
Hello, sir. My name is Sanchit.
Yes,
So I have a question. Like throughout your career, were there any instances when you had to take a decision based on your intuition, solely your intuition, and how did you manage in that particular environment at that particular scenario where you had to rely only on your intuition, you didn't have any data? How do we manage in that way?
Ankit, let me tell you, because you are going to become future leaders, and the great leaders are the people, those who take decision with limited data. I'll once again repeat, great leaders are the people, those who take decision with limited data. You see, with more of data, anybody can take a decision. But with less data, you have to take a decision. I'll quote an example of the COVID situation. When in the last week of the March, when the COVID was there, the Prime Minister of the country took a decision to do the lockdown throughout the country. Today, people can have a debate that whether it was a right decision or it was a wrong decision. But at that point of time, with that limited data, nobody knew that what is going to happen. So in life, it is always, when I say think big and don't fear, and if you at all fail, don't have any regret. And all leaders have failed number of times. The failure stories are not written, only the success stories are written. I've given an example of Thomas Alva Edison. You have Edmund Hillary. He climbed the Mount Everest only in the third attempt. So it is always, I have failed number of times in my life. And let me tell you, when you go to in a sales job, 8 of 10 times you will not get the productive call. It is a process. You are not going to fail. This is a process that you are attempting. And at times the sales happen in the fifth call. First call you can't get the sales, so fifth call is going to have the sale. And if at all in the first call you are getting the sale, that means four calls have been done by somebody else. You have reached to that customer at that point of time where he had all the he was ready to take that decision, and you are lucky to reach that decision. But by doing the cold call, you have to make at least 5 calls to a customer to bring to the level of a decision taking.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Maharshi here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Every leader has a vision and mission in their life to follow. So, at a younger age, what were your vision and mission that led your life at such a successful level?
I told you earlier that we had lived through a very limited resources. Whatever money I used to earn, I used to give it to my mother, that 2,000 rupees for our family living point of view, because we were 5 siblings, and my father retired in 1977 when I got admission in BSc. So first 15 years I was just like working as a salesperson. So after 15 years, I got one opportunity to attend the program of Shiv Khera. And 3 days program was there. That turned my life. You see, there are certain turning point of your life. Otherwise, you had to have some guru, some mentor, some leader, those who can guide you which direction you want to go. You see, if the aircraft is going from New Delhi to New York, and if the pilot doesn't adjust the angle, and he can do the course correction in the first hour, but he can't do the course correction in the 12th hour. In the 12th hour, he will land at Toronto, not at New York. So if at all you are taking a wrong direction, you see when you go on a Google map, at times you take a wrong turn. What you do? You do the course correction there and then. So it is always good to attempt, fail, do mistakes, then rise up and then grow. And the passion should be there. I've said, do what you like, but love what you do. कल अगर आप पिक्चर बनाना चाहते हैं या फोटोग्राफर बनना चाहते हैं या कुछ और बनना चाहते हैं, तो उस चीज की तरफ पैशन अगर आपका होगा, तो यू कैन गो एंड टेल योर पेरेंट्स दैट माय पैशन इज देयर एंड योर पेरेंट्स विल अलाउ यू. Don't have a fear by sharing certain things which you don't like. That is why I said acceptance is there. You see, when the child is small, he shares the things with the parents, and parents all love them, that whatever he's seeing, they accept. But when you grow, you have locks in your mobile. Why you have locks in your mobile? You don't want to share the things with your parent. What do you think, that your parent doesn't know what you're doing? They have given you the birth. They know everything. So if you are open to anything, and if you are open to share anything with your parents or if your seniors, then I think they can guide you and advise you. But if you don't share with them, don't open up with them that what you want to do and keep it within you, तो 10-20 साल के बाद में तो फिर वो टोरंटो पे ही उतरेगा जहाज जाके, वो न्यूयॉर्क में उतर ही नहीं सकता. तो जो भी चीज है, मैं इसलिए बारी बारी कह रहा हूँ कि that you all are fortunate, that timing of your education is very, very good, that you have all the resources to think big. Today I have got 2 sons. I don't take salary from them, but I had given my salary to my mother for more than 10 years to make sure that our house activities were there.
Hello sir, I am Sukhman.
Yeah.
Sir, actually you started with a career in sales, like you said. So it was just a first instinct that you wanted to go for sales, or it was just an opportunity that came your way, so you took away the sales opportunity?
Singh Sahab, I told you that I was an average student, so I didn't get admission in medical, I didn't get in veterinary. I applied for many UDC, LDC, probationary officer, SSB. I failed in SSB. So other than driving, this was the only job offer for a young graduate to be into the sales. So I didn't know what is sales. So that's why I have admitted that in the first year I left the job, because I didn't have the skills. I used to go to the dealer or a retailer or a thing, and when you go to a dealer and retailer, if you are slapped 8 out of 10 times, then you have doubt on your thing that whether you are fit for this job or not. So I left the job, but after leaving the job, I did a self introspection, and I thought that no, I will bounce back in this career, and I joined a company, Bajaj Electricals, where I worked for more than 18 years. And in this company also, I'm working for the last 16 years. So you have to bounce back into that. That's why I gave you the example of Muhammad Ali. वो कहता मैं गिर गया था रिंग में, तो क्या हुआ? वो तो किसी की स्किल ने गिर दिया ना मेरे को, बट ये तो मेरी विल पावर है कि I have to bounce back. And people bounce back. You see, when Sachin or Kohli goes, he always doesn't make a century, na. So he at times is out for duck, and sitting in the house, we can advise him कि तेरे को ना बैट ऐसे मारना चाहिए था, तूने गलती से मार दिया. और सहवाग जब छक्के मारता तब कुछ नहीं कहते, जब वो स्लिप पे कैच देता तब हम कहते हैं स्लिप पे मारनी नहीं चाहिए. वहां खड़े होकर थोड़ी पता होता कि कहाँ जा रही है बॉल, कहाँ नहीं जा रही. तो लाइफ में आपको हर चीज परफेक्ट नहीं मिलती. जैसे वो somebody asked the question that with you have to do the instinct decision there itself, ना, जब कि भी कैसे डिसीजन लेना, बैट को कहाँ मारना है आपको.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, you mentioned behavior in one of the slides.
Yes.
Can you please elaborate a little more on it? Because, sir, at times while working or at some other places, sir, one has to be tough to get things done. And the other person might interpret it in a different manner. So, please, sir, elaborate a little more on it.
देखिए, you can go and check the YouTube of Anand Mahindra. He passed out from Harvard Business School, and he explained the Harvard Business School in a way. He says humility is very important, is related to behavior. You see, humility at times is inversely proportionate to the college from where we pass. Why I said behavior? Because when you have a tag on your head that you are an IIT or an IIM, then you try to show some kind of a supremacy which the other team members they don't accept it. So there are people. If let me tell you, in the organization we hire people from having 10-year or 20-year experience. They have worked in one environment. They have to come and adjust in our environment rather than coming and dictating the things that I have been doing this thing in. If you go on a highway from a side lane, you will have to adjust your side speed and then come to the right rather than straight away bunging into the highway. You will get an accident. You see a girl who goes to the another family for after the marriage, she has to go and adapt. That's why I showed you the adaptation about the Darwin theory. That behavior is very important, and behaving with your seniors, it is your compulsion. But how you behave with you have a PN. If he comes and give you a tea, and if you say thank you, how does it make the difference to you? But if you try to say no, you have not done this, you are doing this thing wrong. These are all behavior which are being observed by many people. You see Amitabh Bachchan when he does Crorepati, how he behaves with the participants. He makes the seat to a person and then he goes to his own seat. He's behaving. He's not paid for that. He's only paid for sitting in the chair and asking the question. But it was only one show which Shah Rukh Khan did. All the 10 shows were done by Amitabh Bachchan because he conducts the things in a right way. And you are being observed by many people. Don't think that the person who's sitting in front of you is looking at your body language. And your body language behaves. What you speak is not mainly the thing, but the tonality of what you speak is making a difference. And the other person is accepting. You see, your teacher or your parents also scold you to improve you. And you have to see that if you are being tough with your somebody, make sure that your intention is to improve him, not humiliate him in front of someone else. If he has done something wrong, call in the room, tell him that this is not right, and he will admit it. So, and if at all, if you speak foul in front of 10 people, then his self-image, everyone has got a self-respect. And if his self-respect is gone, he will not like you. He will go and see to it that you doesn't remain in the organization.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Hello.
Ladies first.
Avni, please go ahead.
Yeah. So thank you, sir. I don't have a particular query, but I need to thank you for the lessons that you have taught us. And I believe that these are important lessons that will be used by us in the future. And given the time, the situations, and we truly needed an inspiration and a motivation to work hard and move forward. So thank you, sir, for this session and teaching us how to
always have people skill, which is more important. Communication skill and people skill is very important. I told it doesn't matter what you speak. It all matters is how you speak. The tonality matters. And people management, you will have to have an empathy. You will have to have the understanding what the other person is thinking. In the debate, you can never be on the same page. But what you are trying to, you put up your point and try to convince the other person, because you will become the future leaders in very short span of time. But if the leader is not a people management, he is not a leader. He'll always remain as a manager.
Yes, Abhishek, you wanted to ask something? Abhishek?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Sir, I'm Abhishek Khurana from PGP 20 batch. Sir, you are at a leadership position, and being at the leadership position and handling teams, there must be situations wherein we are having conflict of perspectives among team members and subordinates. So how, because of being at leadership position, you must be having long-term goals, and subordinates must be having narrow perspective and short-term goals. So how do you handle those situations and convince others to be at the same page? Thank you, sir.
A very valid question. You see, in the organization, if you ask the leadership position also, people don't know what is the vision and what is the mission of the organization. If you ask 10 people, you will find 10 different definition of mission and vision of a company. because every person perspective is different. So as a leader, one thing which you have to deal with the people management is the purpose should be told very clearly. Because in the organization, what is your purpose? Your purpose is to grow the organization. His purpose also is to grow the organization. Because if the organization grows, then only he will be within the organization. You see, when Mahatma Gandhi came to India in 1915, he only told us one purpose, that freedom is our birthright. We will have to fight for it. So purpose was freedom. And he told also non-violence. So he defined two things very, very clearly. So as a leader, you have to put the purpose and engage people along with you and never hide anything. Be very, very transparent. In case if you are having any problem, please share the problem with the people. Solution will come from the other side. You are not the unique creature who can give the solution. There are many creative minds. Those who are younger than you can give the solution. And as a leader, there two traits are very important. First is you should be ready to accept the feedback, which is critical. Most of the leaders, they don't take the critical feedback, and that is why they are only surrounded by chamchas who speak only good thing about them. Okay. Like you see, what is Rahul Gandhi? He doesn't have a critical feedback mechanism. Everyone say Rahul ji, Rahul ji, Rahul ji, Rahul ji. And the other thing for a leader should be that he should be ready to learn from his juniors, which is very difficult. You see, the full form of MBA is Mujhe bahut aata hai. After you do the MBA, when you become a leader, you will go and say मुझे बहुत आता, मेरे को मत सिखाओ. क्योंकि 5 साल बाद तुम्हारे जूनियर आएंगे ना, जब वो बैच के जो 26, 27 वाले हैं, वो तुम्हारे को ज्वाइन करेंगे, तो तुम बोलोगे नहीं मेरे को 5 साल का और एक्सपीरियंस, मुझे बहुत आता है. Always try to learn from juniors, because juniors have got more of a creativity, more of a technological knowledge. So you should be open to learn from juniors also.
I'm sure seniors must be hearing this. So with this, I request I take one more question from the batch.
Can I go next?
Yeah. Hitanksha, please go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, sir. I'm Hitanksha Jain. My question is, who or what motivates you to work harder every day?
You see, I started the meeting by saying that we get only one day as a rebirth. So we should be thankful to God that God has given us this body. And we are all fortunate that we are healthy. There are many people, those who are handicapped. They didn't choose to be on this earth with those handicaps. You see, there are millions of blind people. Those who live in their life have not even seen the light. So when I get some demotivation, so I always close my eyes and assume that if I can walk down 100 meters from my place to another place, I can't do it. And there are people, those who have got that limitation. That's why I said our body height, our body color and body features have there. It doesn't make any difference. The intelligence of a person is measured only neck up, not neck down. What is within this black box? That is why I said your earning is directly proportionate to your learning. So if your learning is there, and you should have a purpose to live. Why I do this kind of webinars every day is basically my purpose is that the youth of this country should all have the clarity of thoughts that what they are going to become in the next 10, 20 years. Because we and your parents also have gone through very hard times, and we have learned with very, very hardship. So you are fortunate that you are passing out from a very reputed institution, and you can move very fast and make this country as one of the most developed countries